Looking to maintain that. We're going to hop straight into game. We're kind of in the middle of all of it. And we're already getting some minus action, seeing him on 7 and 2 and picking up the primary op for this squad of ATK. That'll be an interesting factor. Let's get straight into it with ATK leading 5-up.
That was going to be the case. Not find it at all. You know, Modem has for this, and that's a great flash being set up. Modem able to capitalize off of it.
Easy does it. Drops the smoke, looking to make the great escape. There's a little smoke tunnel for him to make his way through, and Minus has his cover. Excellently done. Just drawing all the attention, focusing onto Modem. Python to try and make a play through the edge of the smoke. He'll flash on through. Modem will be taken down, but Minus has his teammates back. Drops the bomb and keeps this round reeled in close. Minus. Let's see it kill from his POV. Right now, though, Shepard making some noise out from Squeaky. Could present a couple of issues for ATK in this particular one. They're going to head back towards ramp where no one is present. There is actually an opportunity for Lavender Esports to get themselves a bomb site.
Yeah, looking primed to do so. You still have Fady cutting off that hell rotation, but the commitment in towards B is going to be locked in here at the moment. And if you consider how this round started here for Lavender, it's not all that bad of an end result so far. In a 2v3 and a post-plant situation on the B bomb site, you can really make things work here.
Yeah, Minus is going to have to do some close range opping. Now he'll be tested, but that's a nice headshot from Legend. Head armorless is Minus, but Fady comes in from ramp and picks him off out in the open. Leaves Shepard to clutch, but he has to keep his eyes on so many different angles. Gets spotted as well. Now he's being honed in upon, and Fady will best him in the duel. Has a kit for the defuse and letting his teammate scrounge up the AWP. It's 6-0 for ATK.
Nice heads-up play right there from Fady as well. Just kind of jiggling that angle initially, and then able to fully commit to that peek afterwards as well. Was exactly how you wanted to play that one out. And 6-0 is how we end things. ATK looking very strong. Of course, this Lavender team is not exactly the competition that you'd expect ATK to struggle with as well. So there's no surprise that we're seeing some strong performances, but I do want to see what Minus can really pull up to with this primary op role. I wasn't sure if he was exactly going to be starting on that, but I'm excited to see him on that position. And right now, he's now positioned on the ground. It's been bested by Legend.
Quite the position, I must say. Not a very common one, at least. I don't make the call that I'm on the ground, but Minus, that's where he's going to have to play from. He's going to have to play from the spectator deck in this one. He's out of commission. Zert will be able to hold onto the advantage. Fady actually took one in that process. The 1-for-1. And Lavender Esports with a chance to notch their first up on the board, making their way back towards this B site. Mistum has come in rotation. They've broken the control windows. They're making their way to Mistum, but he can't hit the shot. Hunter catches him blindsided. And it's a 2v4. It isn't looking likely for ATK. It's looking more likely to be a save.
Yeah, great execution right there, all off the back of the 4v5, and now they will be probably coasting on to their first round, no questions asked. This Lavender team, you know, they're a bit scary, but they are just 5-8 at the moment in advance, I believe. And
Correct.
That isn't the most incredible record, I will say. I think they've been around for quite some time, hovering around the main level and an advanced level at one point. Again, when I had kind of initially started casting back in season 34, I remember this team quite vividly, and they were kind of in the same position. You know, they were struggling to break through to like a big advanced run, never really made it to playoffs in advance, but they hung around here, and now they're back once again.
Yeah, they're here. Still ready to play. Our Lavender. They're not just going to go down without a fight. They're here for the competition of that Cash Cup. Here in their round number 2 matchup. They get notching their first round on the board. A very nice one. They got the opening pick, traded down, got the B site. That was done. Right now, though, ATK putting their sights out towards outside. Minus, let's see what you got with the AWP. I want to see what he has on offer, but for now, Modem's going to be doing the talking. taking down Python. That's full outside control for ATK. And now they begin to realize it. Modem can contract back to the A site, and ATK with a man advantage.
Yeah, very clean start here in the 4v5 to kick things off. And reposition from Modem, making no secret about it by making noise on that ladder. Interesting reposition as well. She's just going to be hanging around towards that B side. I guess it's a good idea now with the information and the fall off of ramp, but there's no commitment, and there's still a heavy presence here to worry about towards A if that's where Lavender want to finish.
I love this setup, though, from ATK. They left outside completely open. They've completely vacated that and have opted in to stack the bomb site, but they might be stacking the wrong one. Smoke does come up the vents. They're going to try and execute. Minus is about to get his head in towards an execute. Mistum will be able to take one, but here's the A side hold. It's almost perfect. It's a bit messy, but Modem comes up the vent and takes down Shepard with the bomb. Hunter on 22 HP. Fat chance is what I'll give it as Modem catches him before he can escape down the vents. It's ATK right back in the driver's seat.
Here we are, nicely done. Quite a chaotic round right there on that A execution. Not exactly sure what happened to Minus in that position, but pure chaos over on that execution and nicely held around. You mentioned the stack setup, the giving of the presence towards both the ramp and outer yard, and the commitment to those bomb sites. You know, if they would have wrapped Heaven, there might have been something to worry about, but Lavender kind of falling off and executing only from ramp was a big deal. Now, again, with the outer yard aggression, Modem's been doing this every round that we've seen him. This time, though, he's prepared for.
That does take some utility off the belts of Lavender. Just the deal with Modem, and that's not even a frag. If the frag came through, maybe it'd be worth it, but still a 5v5, you still have to execute a bomb site. You still have to cross outside. Where's Minus is off? It's focused on towards the A site here. Legend could have had a chance there onto Modem. Playing from behind the unbreakable box. And could have a sliver onto Modem. Modem surely doesn't want to peek into that. Minus will, though, and Legend takes the shot, takes the frag.
It's a great early pickoff right there with the AWP presence. Again, it's Minus going down to the counter op over there on Legend. Nicely done from him. They slow down this 4v5 position with 45 seconds left on the clock. They do eventually have to make a decision. In the ramp room, doesn't seem like much of one, considering there's still a molly to hold off there. That could be a big time saver.
Mango has a molly too. Oh, wow. If they throw all their utility at once, Mango will drop his molly and go, but I think he's just going to stick with the XM. He could play some sort of anti-flash position. Molly in towards Squeaky, focus towards Hot. This is perfect for Mango. He has set himself up for success with this auto shotgun, but the flashbangs are great. Mista might just be better. He gets 2, but it's 3 entries coming in from Lavender. Leaving Fady 1v3. And they know where he's playing from. He's making no secret about it. A couple players are low. One of them does fire off an op shot. Trying to get a chance. That's a nice headshot from Fady. He's given himself a chance. Well, he has no idea. I have no idea. We're right in Fady vision. And he's almost up for the clutch, and he's gonna do it! Fady! That was not expected. He had no clue where they were. They give him the fight. Fady takes everyone.
Wasn't even a kit. That flashbang was so good too to isolate those duels. Man, what a round from Fady to pull that one back. He even picks up the AWP, tosses that one over to Minus. A brilliant recovery there from ATK, and it does show individuals shining at a high level versus this Lavender roster. That was a gimme round right there out of the hands of Lavender. Now they need to adjust. They need to recover off the back of that.
I love that from Fady. It was unexpected. That was a post plan. They play the bomb. But you're right about that flashbang. It blinded that vent player. He got the isolated fights, and that's what you need in a clutch. And Lavender forfeit that one. It's an 8-1 lead for ATK.
That's to feel good.
Look at this from Modem. Just soaring over the top of the smoke. They flash right through it. Modem is unblind. He gets the kill onto the silo player. Spots a player in towards Mini. Gets that done as well. 1v4 for Legend. And he takes a boatload of fall damage. Tough luck.
Oh, a lot of damage right there off the flashbang. The flashbang Very good at winding him up. Even the spam to the wall. I don't know if that's doing the most damage. Doesn't know where he's getting shot from right now. Oh, poor Legend. He's getting hunted down. ATK win the round. Incredible stuff right there. And again, Modem in this out-of-yard aggression. I'm not sure what can be done, but something has to stop him here because he's getting away with everything. Every round, it seems.
And he changes it up every round. He's never playing the same position. And even when he is, I remember there's a round when Lavender walked out long and checked for him in that close left corner by the boxes, and he still beat them on the peak.
Yeah, he's quite good, and he also has some nice setup as well. I mean, the flashbangs that are allowing for some of the aggressive peaks from Red Box and even to get in towards that outer yard, they're setting up utility with the mollies and the smoke combinations to kind of allow for one-ways to be rolling on out. It's very, very strong what they're doing, and you can tell they're utilizing Modem exactly how he probably wants to be utilized. Just give him duels. He wants to take fights, and it's working very well for them.
Yeah, I've seen ATK have some fancy smokes. I remember seeing in our first round, Minus was able to throw a one-way from CT spawn that landed on top of that little short box on the outside.
Yeah, that's what I was referring to.
Yeah.
Right there. It's nice setups right there that are all a lot of Modem
Yeah.
victories, and right at it once again.
He's right back to where he left off. No matter the type of round, it's a half buy. Tech 9s, plenty of them. Going for a fast play in towards A side though. Mango on the top of Hut. Blinded up by Hunter. Mistum should be able to do the talking with this AK though, and that he will. Just leaving Shepard coming out from Squeaky. Quickly dealt with a P250 shot from Minus. And it's a 10-1 lead. ATK. This is what we're expecting. We're just kind of doing a pulse check on how ATK are handling it, and they are flying right now.
Yeah, I mean, not much pressure being put on them other than a couple of nice entry rounds on that A execution. But still, even then, you have Fady clutching up against you, and that's no fun to play against. You got some, again, out-of-yard pressure being put forward. Legend almost picks off my Model this time, but doesn't connect.
Not just yet. Shepard's gonna cop a grenade as well. So we have ourselves a 5v5. Lavender just gonna chill out in towards this lobby, so I'd maybe wait for a push.
Look how patient Fady is here as well. He has been a ramp player with limited action. The one time he was required on 1v3s to clutch up for his team. Might be required here once again. So it seems like they're kind of inching that way, putting a light presence in that direction, and he's just ready with the smoke. As soon as he sees any sort of contact around that corner, he can launch that and buy more time for his teammates.
I think he's going to be required soon. He drops his smoke. He spots the player. So Lavender will have to push through his smoke, and they'll have to beat Fady. Just remember, this guy just pulled the 1v3 out of the hat. And now he has Minus to support him. If they're going to take a second shot at this, they have 30 seconds. They need to make a decision, and quick. And the decision is going to be made now. In towards ramp they go. Fady is just going to back off and allow Minus to come in rotation, making sure they can't ramp Heaven, but they're already down. Fady trying to hold this one off from control, but he will fall. At the end of the day, though, Minus puts the finishing frag, the 3v4, and Modem, the fast rotation, it's already here. Mango, though, not ready for the Shepard in the corner. Modem is still out from single to make a nuisance of himself.
Retake here, but not for long. Legend able to pick out the first prong, and that might trigger a save here. They're getting locked out of this bomb site.
Yeah, they had so many smokes to keep them out, and I think that might do it. Minus to fall back, and that will be it. It's 2v3. No post plant to be attempted. And this will be the second round on the board for Lavender Esports. And
Hello. Even more. Quite though. Couldn't connect in time there. Cover fire coming through from Modem. The duo of Modem and Minus stay alive here, but you got to give some credit where it's due. Lavender clean trades, and honestly in the post plant they were able to work that to perfection. I really liked how they played that one. But now it does leave a question here for ATK of patching up some of those holes in the defense. It looked like they were a little too eager to close that one out with the early retake, and it didn't quite work for them at all.
Still in with a bye, though, is ATK. This time around, they just want to win the rounds on the spot. They just want to get themselves early opening man advantages. And you don't have to deal with those little pesky site takes. You can just eliminate them before they can throw a grenade. That's the hope here. Late outside presence. Minus going to ring out with an op shot.
Bottom's right around the corner. That's a crazy 1-2 punch, and they want nothing to do with it. Look how they retreat.
It's full information, too. If Bottom doesn't get kills, he's getting info. And the rest of ATK can just contract back to a bomb site, maybe. But for now, they're going to leave ramp room wide open for Lavender to take. Minus, though, coming in rotation. Is right close to it. Oh, and Fady was actually down on the ramp. He was letting them into the trap. Python does take down Modem outside, but not before, of course, he gets a kill. 16-6 right now, and Python can't best the second. Missed him with the refrag. Legend in a 1v4 and gets finished off by Fady. Just blips on the radar for ATK.
Yeah, and the rounds are the same case for Lavender as well. So far, only 2 to bring out, and not too much convincing that we're going to see anything else otherwise. It's been so much information placed towards the outer yard, and not much resistance being put from Lavender to deny that info. It's pretty much just pure success in that direction of the map, and they don't seem to be changing their game plan either. Minus trying to connect through the wall. That's going to scare him off the angle, and with the leg shot through the wall right there is going to do enough to find the kill.
Nicely done there from Minus. Spots the player, Molly, and easy does it, opening frag. And that's what ATK love. They don't want to even let them get onto a bomb site or even attempt to take a bomb site. Lavender throwing a boatload of utility back towards A, but they just run into a Molly. Zert, he is isolated here. Lady, oh, he could get picked, but Zert pushes up. Minus can't connect. Worrying signs maybe for Minus. He's blind. He takes the pot shot. Lucky that he's not being swung on. And Lavender will proceed down to the B site where Modem is waiting with a double. And Shepard, 1v4. That's a nice headshot, but that's all he got.
Utilizing that Tech 9 to full effect right there. But it is a small price at the end of the day for Lavender just to kill on a Modem, and nothing much else besides killing the Fady as well. Ramp room does seem to be, now that they've been able to work it, a consistent point of contact that they've been trying to taking. The issue is there's always going to be quick rotations. Minus seems to be a nice extra bit of presence to offer up a denial towards hell. So once you do take that ramp room, it limits your access so much. And once again, we're starting things with more outside aggression, more aggression as a whole, with Modem close by here.
As per usual, he couldn't be any other part of the map than right here, and he's looking to jump up on top of red.
Oh, no.
He needs to turn behind him. Oh, there he goes. Legend gets the frag. Modem, in Modem fashion, gets the opening kill. Zert does have the refrag, but there's also damage that's been dealt and information found. I think Modem definitely heard those players crossing, so ATK... Where's that rotate coming on through? I don't really see it on my minimap. Oh, this is the rotation. Okay, then.
They're ready to make their way in towards the B bomb site, but yeah, this is kind of a timer on
For
this round
minuses.
with Minus on the flank. How much can he get with an op flank, though? That's the question. He's got his Tech 9 out for a good reason.
And he gets that. First kill found. Now he can scope up with the op. Does need to keep his eyes on many different directions. Hunter getting hunted. Missed him. Takes him down. 2v3. Bomb will be set down, though. Fady immediately going in for the swing. Zert, his position is known. Missed him has just fallen. It must be a clutch versus a team of ATK's caliber. A smoke comes in onto the bomb. Zert could be in for a rough one. Peeks into Minus's op. And that is going to be a 13-2 CT side. Just domination at every turn from ATK.
Yeah, and what's interesting here is we're getting to see a bit of the playstyle here from ATK. And the question gets raised of whether or not they're going to have that same sort of style up against the top competition here later on in the bracket. That's something to keep an eye on, because I've heard a lot of stories about why these qualifiers are so very difficult in so many upsets kind of get put forward is once you do this against, say a, bottom tier advanced team. Oh, I guess that's a bit unfair. Lavender, they got 5 wins, but a lower tier advanced team, it might work. But once you get into towards the X13s, the likes of maybe some lower premier teams, it's going to be a whole lot harder to pull off some of these moves.
Yeah, but I do want to say, Bottom definitely plays that style no matter what team he's playing against. So
true, that is a great point.
give it to him.
We'll see if they can keep it up.
Let's see if they can keep it up. Ramp room attack for ATK. Shepherd to try and hold the line, but Bottom always good for it. Headshot found. Legend trying to stop this. It's a heaven flank incoming. Legend needs to be ready. They're already going up the ladder. And oh, missed him. Taps at range. Bottom again. Another entry. Hunter doesn't know where his teammates have gone, and he's just killed one of them. Now he knows where they've gone. 1v3 for Hunter. Has a kit. Some bullets in the USP. A flashbang to the face, though, is not really helping him in this regard. Trying to isolate some of these fights, but missed him with the wide swing. 14-2 ATK.
Yeah, that solidifies a nice cruise control towards 16 as well. I imagine it's 4 spies from here on out for Lavender, just to try and maybe give themselves a little bit of wiggle room. Don't want to really try and pull off a comeback 15-2, and yeah, that's exactly what we're going to see. We'll see if they can do any damage with this 4 spy. I imagine ATK are well prepared for this possibility.
Certainly could be outside sprint for ATK, just wanting to take the duels, and that's because Bottom can win every single one of them. This time around, Legend, let's have a scout shot to have. Basically an AWP, since Bottom did take a deagle tag, but man advantage for ATK, weaponry advantage. A lot of things are speaking dividends to them right now. So is Fady, running in through towards lockers. Shepherd, while blind, just has no idea where he's even getting hit from. And now a 2v4. Zert to sit inside a smoke, and he just gets hard cleared by Mistum. Python 1v4. This is looking like ATK getting themselves to map point and quickly moving on to round number 3 of the Cash Cup.
Yeah, no questions about this one. Nicely done from ATK, showing that they are a step above these teams. And again, a lot of question marks around this minus pickup, I think, for a lot of people, and we're getting to see more and more chances and more opportunities for this roster to practice with him, to introduce him to this roster before, say a leaving of playoffs becomes a possibility. ATK, I think they're standing at 2 and 3 right now in Premier, and so you have more opportunities to play with this full roster. And exciting stuff. Scout just immediate dismissal, and I think this is pretty much curtains.
Yeah, Fady catching all of that lobby aggression just with an MP9. And both players, they've been spotted. They're just going to go to the A site, punch in the digits, and put a cherry on this game. And serve up themselves to round number 3. Hunter will try, give his best. But ATK, we came in, we just gave them a little checkup. It's like, are you doing all right? And they said, hell yeah. 2v3, Hunter. Now the last man standing. And yeah, they're moving against a pretty hot ATK at the moment. Lions gonna be ending this one 19-8. Bottom almost the same at a similar explosive scoreline, and at the end of the day, goes as expected. It goes as it should. ATK take it.
Yes.